Yeah. Yeah. Come on, man.
We are just east of the U.S. Capitol, about 8 miles or so, at the home of the Commanders, Northwest Stadium in Landover. So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. Tyler Scott from his end zone. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Here's carry number 1 for Roschon Johnson. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face second down and 7. They'll go play action here with Williams. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
A lot of terrific quarterbacks from Southern California, and here's another one. The rookie gets his team a first down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Gonna look deep, looking for more. That is knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage there defensively, all over him. And it'll be second down. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Chicago.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always...
This one intercepted. Picked off by Frankie Louvu. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Not a whole lot there as he'll work it down to the 46. Tremaine Edmonds there to make the play.
Yo. What's up, AJ?
Another run here for Robinson. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. Third and 2. Here's Daniels. On target. Got it to McClure. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design. Sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Getting into the hands of his receiver. And then
they just sit there and watch him run.
And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. 22 yards, the pickup there. Good for Commanders' 1st down. A run here with the veteran. It's Austin Eckler. And he'll be taken down. And that's going to do it. That's the last play of the 1st quarter. From the 1-yard line, 1st down and goal. Now Daniels. That is caught to the goal line and in. Zach Ertz. Touchdown, Washington. Austin Seibert now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Commanders will take a 7-0 lead. Seibert now following the touchdown. He's out to kick it away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Boy, some bulk in the formation.
Yeah, watch this dot.
Here for first.
No, never mind. He on it.
Now Williams. Brought in by the tight end, Cole Kmet. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
He'll check this down to Swift.
Great example of first down
For
efficiency.
sure.
You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down.
Put
Now
on
you have
skates.
equal
Put on the
opportunity
skates,
to
I
both
know.
run and pass.
And he'll be stacked up
Ah.
at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Here's 3rd and 2. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. He's going nowhere. That call, not the right one. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
They'll indeed go. It's Williams. He's got his man. Allen with the connection. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That's to the side. Intercepted. Picked off by Mikey Sainristil.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, You got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
On second down, it's Daniels.
See, look at that.
Runs with it. And Daniels will have the first down.
They just watch him run, man. I'm waiting on him to throw the ball.
For the first of their timeouts. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Daniels now going to look to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one. Daniels now on first down. Now he'll run.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
2nd and 7. Throwing is Daniels. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
What started out as a promising drive seemed inevitable, Mike, with the way they were able to continue to move the ball, that they'd find themselves finishing with points. But after that second down sack brings up 3rd and long, and this drive looks suddenly very different.
3rd and long, and here's Daniels.
They left him open, man.
Trying to get to that pylon, not there, but
Oh my God.
mark him out at the 1. A huge play just before that. 45 yards. They'll run here with Eckler. Good blocking, and he's in.
And he get ball back at half.
Eckler. Touchdown, Commanders. Seibert's extra point is true. And the Commanders move out on top, 14-0. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This will be returned from the 6. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. To throw is Williams. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
That one
He dropped it.
around, but it is incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. A play fake. Now Williams. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste.
There's really no other way to put it, Mike.
He ain't
This has
going
just been
nowhere,
a
though.
rough outing for the young rookie quarterback, and I think everyone understands going into these games, there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be learning moments that these guys are going to gain that they can only gain through experience. The problem is, it's really hard to have positive learning experiences when you throw 3 picks. He's got to see the field better. He's got to anticipate better. And ultimately, he just needs to play better for his offense to have a chance.
So we've hit halftime here in the home team. The Commanders are out on top. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. First and 10. A handoff here to start the drive, but this will end up being a reverse. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for second down and 4. We'll try the right side with Robinson. They tackle him at the 38, but that run is good enough to pick up the first down.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up fruit.
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. He'll tuck it and take off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Off-balance throw. It's complete. He needed 13 and got 14 for the first down. They run over center with Robinson. He'll push forward for about a yard. Tremaine Edmonds there to make the play. They'll go play action here with Daniels. And the move
Why is he not fumbling, bruh?
the 40-yard line. Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here's Daniels. That one complete to Brian Robinson. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. They'll try again. It's second and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He's got his tight end. There's Ertz.
I know.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
He just took up a whole quarter and didn't even score.
We are through 3. You're watching the
Yeah, I know I lost.
on EA Sports. So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. On the handoff, here's Robinson running right. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. They'll go again with Robinson. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So third down, forthcoming. Throwing now, Daniels. And that is incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
So here's Seibert, made the field goal a moment ago, and now we'll kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Throwing on first down, it's Williams. He'll swing this out to Swift. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Throwing on second down, Williams. That complete to Swift. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Here's Williams on first and 10. Gonna look deep, looking for more. And he's in. DJ Moore Touchdown, Chicago. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a two-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
For sure. For sure, AJ.
Over,
I can get this onside kick.
We're going to get an onside kick. And he'll be taken down.
Can't get the onside kick.
Towards 2 minutes to play. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Daniels. The throw on the run is complete. And they'll move this ball way
He's supposed to be fumbling.
into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. The motion man here is McLaurin. They'll drop to throw. That's to McLaurin. They connect again. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll look to run with Eckler. He slams it in there, and he is in. Austin Eckler. Touchdown, Washington. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Taking care of business.
I've been losing lately, bro. I don't know what's been going on.
They deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Here's Williams. Gonna look deep, looking for more. He's got it.
Let's go.
This is gonna be a touchdown.
Let's go.
It's too little, too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
Think back to the spring, Mike. We all watched the highlights of this guy's pro day, and you always question, why do they make these quarterbacks just rear back and throw it as far as they can? How often are they really going to do that? Well, when they do, like we saw here, it is a thing of beauty. He put that big arm on display with that last pass, and it winds up going for 6.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. He's going to tuck it and go.
He's not fumbling, bro.
Don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on 1st down.
Throwing on 2nd down, Daniels. There he goes again. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. That's a 2nd charge timeout to Chicago, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in this one. Here's a chance to put this game away. 1st down and goal. They'll throw with Daniels. And this time the rush gets home. And down he goes. The Bears go ahead, take their 3rd and final timeout. They'll stop it with a little over 30 left in the game. 1st down was not very good. Here's 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels.
Look at that.
He goes.
They just sitting there watching him run, bro.
This defense, they have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts him over 100 yards for the day.
They were stopped on second down, now 3rd and goal from the 1. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
He trying to take a field goal. I ain't finna let him get that. Yeah, he was gonna kneel it. Kneel it down to 1 second so he can take a field goal. Hey, what team I should pick? Let me know in the chat what team I should pick. I ain't picking the Chiefs or the Eagles. I don't want to pick no raw team. Alright, I'm gonna go Ravens. Ravens or Packers.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the inner harbor of Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium.
I'm going to get this. You pick Green Bay. I know, right? The team you wanted me to pick.
Here in Baltimore. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And he'll work this forward to the 35. Keyshawn Nixon there for the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. The shotgun, here's Jackson. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, It goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
On third down, Jackson. And this is going to be
He dropped it.
That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a second down and 8. Here's Love. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
From the gun, it's Love. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
They'll come up here, first and 10. Play action now. Jackson. He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. A gain there of 13 yards. Lamar going to work from the pistol. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it. Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here.
I'll take my
they
field
can just
goal.
pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
ground. It's Jacobs to start the drive. Trying to avoid tacklers there, but the ball is out. And the defense has it.
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue to the ball. Every defense focuses on get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible, because if the guy in front of you, he misses the tackle or he falls down, you have to be there to make up for it. And the pursuit to the ball is not only how they're able to get him down, it's ultimately how they're able to take the ball away.
A gain of 16 yards. Good for a Raven first down. Back to throw, Jackson. To the tight end, Likely. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. A give right up the middle to Henry. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. And the pistol, Jackson ready. And trying to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. It is picked off by the rookie
Defense
safety.
pass interference.
The defense still arguing about that pass interference call, but their focus needs to be a stop. They face 1st and goal. That play may have taken a little bit too long to develop. It's no gain. He's back at the 4-yard line.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
Pistol formation with Jackson. And he'll take it on in.
Let's go.
Isaiah Likely. Touchdown, Baltimore. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball 1st and goal. And, Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. For the return, it's Keyshawn Nixon. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And a good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Now give to Jacobs. He'll run right. And he's going to have the first down. Mark him at the 45 and move the chains. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And let's give him about 4 on that one. Kyle Hamilton, the former Notre Dame star, able to make the play. Throwing on 2nd down, Love. Here's a... Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And this is taken in by the defense.
Let's go.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner. So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Jackson to his big target, Andrews, for the Baltimore first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. To the air one more time with Jackson. Now, deep ball for Bateman. That's going to be intercepted.
I don't know why I threw it at double coverage.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The catch is made. This is Tucker Kraft. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. Love to throw it on first down. And
No.
he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Catch is made by Romeo Dobbs. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Now Love. And that is incomplete.
So the hope is with one third down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that third down incompletion, it throws a wrench into those plans.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. Now movement up front is a big decision coming from the officials. Who's the penalty on? Here's Daniel Whelan now. And he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. And he's going to be knocked down before he can even think about returning that one. Whoa! An unbalanced look to the left here on first down. Now Jackson.
I ain't try to throw it to him. Damn, I ain't try to throw it to him.
And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Back to throw is Love. A pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete. On second down, Love. A whole lot of chances on
No,
that
sir.
one. Bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to third down and 10. Throwing is Love. Open is Kraft. He's got it.
Ah, I could have tackled him.
Tucker Kraft. Touchdown, Packers.
Mike, I'm not sure how else to put it other than this is just a complete defensive breakdown. I mean, from where this ball was snapped, you simply have to just defend the end zone, and if they throw it short, come up and rally tackle. If they throw it in the end zone, high point the ball and knock it down. You cannot give up 6 points to end this half.
So we're at halftime with just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. 3 points, all that separates these two sides as half number 2 kicks off. We'll get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. Jacobs. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. That is Nnamdi Madubuike there to bring him down. Second down and 8. Here's Love. He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Love to throw. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack. On comes the Packers punting team, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. Sims now to return it. And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this first and 10. Here's Jackson. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
So they failed to connect on another throw, and it's really been the story for both of these teams throughout this ball game. I mean, neither offense can get anything going, and when you look at the scoreboard, it certainly reflects that.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended
I don't know what I was
targets,
doing.
they're just not on the same page.
Ravens bring their punt team out. He's on for the second time and wouldn't mind a carbon copy of that first kick. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Jacobs. And this will gain a couple of yards up to the 22-yard line. Second down throw for Love.
Well, let's give the defense a little credit here. You talk about read and reacting quickly. They recognize the screen right out of the jump, and he's able to beat the blocker to the spot and keep him to no gain. And that just can't happen. 3rd and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle, just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket, he's able to extend the play with his legs and pick up a huge, long 1st down.
So, points at a premium. Deep. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Go play action with Love. And that is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game. Like, I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. We've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. Now it's Jackson. Now, deep ball for Bateman. Oh, they got the turnover. It's intercepted. Picked off by Keyshawn Nixon. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
He got that.
To throw is Love.
Oh.
And that is incomplete. Jaden Reed was the intended target, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant. And once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. So just under 2 minutes.
They not fumbling.
Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He finds Jaden Reed for the grab. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. Here's Jacobs. Second and 6 coming up. On play action, Love.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big third down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have fourth down in their back pocket to try to...
Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
So you roll the dice on offense and you fail. But now you can't give up. Your defense has to go out there and get a stop. You have all 3 timeouts. You have time to get the ball back one more time on offense. So now your defense needs to answer the bell and give your offense one more shot.
Second and a yard. Here's the fullback, Ricard. That's timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their second. The clock will stop with an even 20 seconds to go.
I don't mind the call, giving it to the fullback, thinking he can just kind of plow his way through and pick up the first down. But what you're not expecting is for him to actually lose yardage, and that's exactly the case here. Now changes things a little bit now as they face this third down.
Oh, do you believe it? It's intercepted. Picked off by Evan Williams.
And that's just the disastrous outcome on that last pass. I mean, yes, you have to stay aggressive knowing you're trailing here late in the game, but you can't be reckless. Don't try to get it all back in one throw. That final pick, that might just seal the deal for their opponent.
On first down, it's Love. He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it. Here's second down. From the gun, it's Love. Again, working deep downfield. That is hard. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter.
He almost got that.
Points were at a premium in this one, but they're able to eke out the victory in this low-scoring affair.
Ayy, hit the red dot like, ayy, finger on the like, ayy, 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 shoot my shot like, ayy, hit the red dot like, ayy, their spot like, ayy, 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 ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, hey. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, hey. Shoot my shot like, ayy, hit the red dot like, ayy, finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Baby, I'm loving it. I think I'm ready for kids. He said when to stop trying to in her face. That makes sense. I'm going up past LA Rent. I'm going off no fail, say switch. Yeah, me and my team go back like plastic cup boys on some tailgate. Okay, look, all eyes on me. I feel like I'm Truman. No, we finna win it, cause I'm about to lose it. I don't give a computers disputing. I go off a field, no heads, just shooting. I die for my team, I'm the coach, I'm recruiting. I'm spending my time and I'm saving the day. I feel like a mutant, I'm built like a student. I'm feeling bilingual, cause I'm in Nigeria, rocking the Cubans. My life is a highlight reel that keep on looping. You can't just tell me, you gotta prove it. Stealing, their first name is Lupin. I'm hitting harder than Ayukin. They sending shots for some high, just juke it. Hitting my desk.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point.
I just said the Ravens left,
in
man.
2014, as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. It's a rematch of Super Bowl 47, -1 Harbaugh. The Ravens and 49ers are underway. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Right to the air is Jackson. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Jackson, options out left. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. 2nd and 6. Inside handoff, Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Jackson. He'll buy some time right.
Why he not running towards him? He running. Oh.
Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to
He's running away from him.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Forced out to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Throwing is Jackson. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 23. We're scoreless after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Aguilar in motion left. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there to set them up 1st and goal. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay. Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Jackson will throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. I thought the days of the fake extra point were numbered once they moved these kicks back to the 15. Apparently, I was mistaken.
Yeah, I was wondering who was ever going to try to do this. In fact, I quit wondering. I didn't think it would ever happen. Taking a fake from the 15-yard line to try and pick up an extra point, I didn't think anyone...
He quit. I'm finna get off here.